It has always been my dream to play for Real Madrid since childhood. Today, my dream has come true. I can't find the words to describe it. I always watched Madrid on TV, and now I'm here. Raúl Asencio, the Madrid debutant, burst into the game against Osasuna with a stunning assist to Jude at the end of the first half. The defender is 21 years old. After such a pass, his teammates rushed to hug him. The fans at Santiago Bernabeu applauded, and Madridistas were thrilled on social media. Let's just pray and hope that this coach recognizes your exceptional talent and composure. Sometimes it feels like this coach is against youth. Indeed, Raúl Asencio is a prodigy. Imagine, if Militão hadn't been injured, we wouldn't have seen a young talent like Raúl Asencio. Carlo, you seriously need to give our young players a chance to play. Raúl Asencio's debut was forced. In the first half against Osasuna, there was an epidemic of injuries. First, Rodrygo was substituted, Vázquez, halftime, and the most shocking event, Militão's injury. In the 28th minute, the Brazilian went down without a challenge, and then he was carried off the field on a stretcher. The terrible diagnosis, a torn ACL and 9 months of recovery. Thank you all for the messages, care, and support. There's one more fight for victory, and I already know the way back. Giving up is not part of my story. Militão responded to everyone with numerous words of support. We also support our player today, but we understand that this is already the second season where the Brazilian has suffered a serious injury and will be out for a long time. 3 injuries in the first half is very unusual. This schedule doesn't give players time to rest. That's Carlo's statement, but the Madrid fans have a different opinion on this matter. The reason for the injuries is that you don't rotate players and don't give young players a chance to play. Valverde will be on the next list because he played with minimal rest. I'm upset that Rodrygo is out, but Brahim is showing that he can take his place. I'm also glad that Güler and Endrick got playing time. Militão needed rest, and it showed in his game. So, our players will be off the field for a while. Vázquez, 3 weeks. Rodrygo, 4 weeks. Tchouaméni, 5 weeks. Militão until the end of the season. And there's still no Carvajal and Alaba. So what to do? How to make it to the winter transfer window? Does Carlo have a solution? We are evaluating the right back position. Valverde played on the right flank today, and I think it went well. This is what we have. Carlo also listed the young players who will be brought into training and games with the first team. Well, here's some advice that came from Madrid. Legend Guti. Sergio Ramos is currently without a club. He will cost €0. I see him as an option for Madrid. Well, opinions among Madrid fans are divided on this. How many young players are better than Ramos? I think it's fine if Real Madrid signs him back for a few months. We don't want Sergio Ramos. It's time for young players to get a chance to play. So, what's your opinion? Please write in the comments. Is it better to invite Sergio Ramos for these few months, even though I don't know what shape he's in, or should we finally start trusting the young players? Raúl Asencio showed that it's not so bad after all. Now, let's move on to the goal events of the match. Madrid confidently defeated Osasuna 4-0 after 2 losses, and this, of course, makes us happy. Carlo fielded a familiar lineup, and Vini Junior shone in this match. We'll get to his goals and the details of those goals later. But for now, let's congratulate Jude on his first goal of the season. It finally happened, and we've been waiting for it. In terms of technical and tactical actions, Jude was the second star of the match. And if we look at the heat map, Jude Bellingham spent more time in attack during this match and did it effectively. And for someone, a dream came true. I think many of us had our dreams fulfilled when Jude scored. It's unusual to see him without goals. Don't you agree? 2 young, good, talented players. The idea right now is to improve our situation, not just to hand out minutes. And this is Carlo's reaction to the lack of playing time for young footballers Endrick and Güler. In the match against Osasuna, they stepped onto the field, they got playing time, but before that, they sat on the bench for 4 games. And it seemed strange, but as we can see from Carlo's reaction, he doesn't really seem ready to trust them. But there is complete trust in Kylian Mbappé, who again didn't score and played the full match. He missed 2 goal opportunities, but what's really concerning is that he lost the ball 9 times. Mbappé made a lot of great movements. It's just a matter of time before he scores again, says Carlo. We know what kind of player he is. Mbappé is one of the best in the world. We are sure that the goals will definitely come. We are all with him. Luca repeats words of support. Mbappé, as we can see, is getting maximum support. But tell us, do we also need to be patient, or is that patience running out? Please write in the comments. Now, let's enjoy Vini Junior's goals because it was his showcase. The first goal was made through the individual skill of the Brazilian, and that goal was very important. The second goal was brilliant thanks to Lunin's pass across the entire field, and then Vini Jr. takes off at speed and finishes the play. As for the third goal, Brahim obviously wanted Vini Jr. to get a hat trick and gave him a very convenient pass. It was magnificent. The fact that he didn't win the Ballon d'Or is a minor detail that didn't affect him at all, as we saw today. As we've mentioned before on the channel, not winning the Ballon d'Or is just insane motivation. For Vini Jr., and he is getting stronger. He is already going for the Ballon d'Or this year. Let's also appreciate Carlo's amazing reaction on Instagram and count Vini Jr.'s goals. I always do this in the Madrid Fans app. You'll find the link in the description of this video. Download it. It's very convenient and informative. So, Vini Jr. has 8 goals in La Liga, 4 goals in the Champions League, plus assists. He's our monster. He's still in great shape. We draw inspiration from him, and when he plays like he did today, he's just unstoppable, says Jude. Jude tells those haters that they can't stop a man with a dream, whether they like it or not. Vini Jr. will win the Ballon d'Or. It's just a matter of time. Of course, the game against Osasuna was our best of the season. The coach found the solution, and the players executed what he told us and what we practiced in the last few days. And these are Vini Jr.'s words after the match. The interesting thing is, what solution did Carlo find? And did you see that solution on the field? I still think it was a regular match for Madrid that was won thanks to the class of individual players like Jude, or especially Vini Jr. Let's admit that even though Osasuna is high up in the standings, they didn't give us much trouble. We did have some issues with injuries, but overall, the style of play didn't really change. So I have a very cautious optimism, although I am happy about this victory. What do you think? Please write in the comments. We at least need to wait for the next game to see how ready Madrid is to progress. This game will be against Liga in 2 weeks. It makes sense to prepare for this game today. I think we can expect a confident victory, just like in the match against Osasuna. On the screen, you see a promo code. The first deposit will be tripled immediately. It's very nice, so make sure to grab these bonuses. You'll find the link in the pinned comment. Let's believe in Madrid that everything will be alright. After all, we're here, cheering for Real Madrid. Subscribe to the channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. You'll also find other interesting videos where we discuss the reasons behind this crisis that happened in Madrid, right here on the channel. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.